Imagine you're driving and someone cuts you off in traffic. Your heart races, your fists clench, and a wave of frustration surges through you. That's a reaction, raw, instinctive, and often regrettable. Now, imagine pausing, breathing, and choosing a calm, deliberate response instead. That's the Stoic path, a disciplined way of living that empowers you to take control of your emotions, make wiser decisions, and live with purpose. This isn't just philosophy, it's a practical toolkit for mastering your mind in a chaotic world. So, let's explore how to train your mind to respond thoughtfully, drawing from Stoic principles that have guided great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus for centuries. First, let's unpack the difference between reacting and responding. A reaction is like a reflex. It's immediate, emotional, and often driven by external events. When someone insults you, your instinct might be to snap back or feel wounded. That's your brain's primal wiring kicking in, urging you to fight or flee, but a response, that's different. A response is intentional. It's a conscious choice, guided by reason and self-awareness. The Stoics believed that while we can't control what happens to us, be it a rude comment, a missed deadline, or a sudden setback, we can control how we respond. Epictetus famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Your power lies in your perspective, in the space between stimulus and response. By training your mind to pause in that space, you reclaim your freedom to choose wisely. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how do I actually do it? The Stoics offer practical tools to build this mental muscle, and the first is cultivating self-awareness. Imagine your mind as a fortress. To defend it, you need to know its weak points. Start by observing your reactions throughout the day. When do you feel anger, fear, or frustration? What triggers you? Maybe it's a critical email from your boss or a heated argument with a loved one. The Stoics encourage us to practice self-examination, a daily reflection where you review your actions and emotions. Seneca, the great Roman philosopher, advised ending each day by asking yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I falter? How can I improve? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about understanding your patterns. By noticing when and why you react impulsively, you begin to create a mental buffer, a moment to pause and choose a better path. Let's talk about that pause. It's the secret weapon of Stoicism. In that fleeting moment between an event and your reaction, you have the power to shift the outcome. Imagine you're in a heated meeting and a colleague dismisses your idea. Your gut screams to defend yourself, to argue, but what if you paused for just 3 seconds, take a deep breath, feel your feet on the ground, and ask yourself, is this worth my peace? The Stoics called this the discipline of assent, choosing whether to agree with your initial emotional impulse. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced endless pressures, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That pause is your superpower. It's where you decide to respond with clarity instead of reacting with chaos. Practice this in small moments. When you're stuck in traffic, when your phone dies, when someone cuts in line. Over time, that pause becomes second nature. Another Stoic principle to train your mind is Amor, Fati, the love of fate. This doesn't mean passively accepting everything that happens to you. It means embracing life as it is, even the tough stuff, and seeing every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Picture this: you've been working hard on a project, and it fails spectacularly. Your instinct might be to spiral into self-pity or blame others. But a Stoic would ask, how can I use this? What can I learn? This mindset shifts you from victim to victor. Instead of reacting with despair, you respond with curiosity and resilience. Epictetus taught that every difficulty is like a sparring partner in the gym of life. It's there to make you stronger. By embracing challenges, you train your mind to see obstacles not as threats, but as chances to practice virtue. Let's get practical with another Stoic exercise, Premeditatio Malorum, or Premeditation of Evils. Sounds grim, right? But it's incredibly empowering. This practice involves visualizing potential setbacks before they happen. Well, let's say you're preparing for a big presentation. Take a moment to imagine things going wrong. The projector fails, you forget your lines, or the audience is skeptical. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you prepare yourself to respond calmly if they occur. The Stoics used this to strip fear of its power. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." By facing your fears head on in your mind, you reduce their grip on you. You're not caught off guard, so you can respond with composure instead of reacting with panic. Now, let's address a common obstacle: intense emotions. We've all been there: anger that boils over, anxiety that paralyzes, or sadness that feels overwhelming. The Stoics don't ask you to suppress your emotions, they ask you to master them. One technique is cognitive distancing, which means stepping back from your emotions and observing them as if you were an outsider. Imagine you're furious because someone betrayed your trust. Instead of saying, "I'm so angry," try saying, "I notice anger arising in me." This subtle shift creates distance between you and the emotion, reminding you that you are not your feelings, they're just visitors passing through. From this perspective, you can choose how to respond rather than letting the emotion hijack you. Marcus Aurelius advised, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This is emotional alchemy, transforming raw reactions into thoughtful responses. Another key to responding overreacting is practicing virtue, the Stoic pillars of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let's say you're tempted to lash out at someone who wronged you. Instead of reacting with vengeance, ask yourself, what would justice look like here? Maybe it's having a calm conversation or choosing to let go for your own peace. Or consider temperance, self-control. When you're tempted to overindulge, whether in food, work, or drama, temperance reminds you to find balance. By aligning your responses with these virtues, you not only act with integrity, but also build a life of meaning. The Stoics believed that living virtuously is the path to eudaimonia, a flourishing, fulfilled life. Every time you choose a response over a reaction, you're sculpting a better version of yourself. Let's talk about gratitude, another Stoic tool that rewires your mind. In a world obsessed with what's next, more money, more likes, more success, it's easy to react with discontent. The Stoics flipped this script by practicing gratitude for what is. Marcus Aurelius began his meditations by listing things he was thankful for, from his teachers to his ability to reason. Try this. Each morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand. Maybe it's the warmth of your coffee, the smile of a stranger, or the fact that you woke up today. This practice trains your mind to focus on what's in your control and to respond to life with appreciation rather than resentment. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's a mental discipline that anchors you in the present and softens the urge to react impulsively. Now let's address the external world, because let's face it, people can be infuriating. The Stoics remind us that we can't control others, only ourselves. When someone pushes your buttons, instead of reacting with frustration, try the Stoic practice of empathy. Ask yourself, what might they be going through? Maybe that rude coworker is stressed about a sick parent, or that aggressive driver is late for an important appointment. By considering their perspective, you diffuse your own anger and respond with compassion. Epictetus said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." By shifting your view of others, you transform potential conflicts into opportunities for understanding. As we wrap up, let's talk about consistency. Training your mind to respond, not react, isn't a one-time fix, it's a lifelong practice. The Stoics viewed life as a training ground where every moment is a chance to practice patience, wisdom, and resilience. Start small, commit to pausing before responding in one situation each day. Maybe it's not snapping at your kids when they're loud or not doom, scrolling when bad news hits. Over time, these small choices compound, rewiring your brain to default to thoughtful responses. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from mastering yourself, not your circumstances. As Seneca put it, no person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. So, here's your challenge: embrace the Stoic path, pause before you speak, reflect before you act, choose virtue over impulse, train your mind to respond with clarity, courage, and wisdom. The world will keep throwing curveballs, traffic jams, rude comments, unexpected setbacks, but you have the power to meet them with grace. This is the art of living, the Stoic way. Let's walk this path together, one deliberate response at a time. Thank you for joining me today, and let's keep training our minds to live with purpose and peace.